All right, good evening, happy Friday night. So welcome to this episode of Sagile Block Marathon Madness. I'm your host, Jonathan McKay. So let's get into it. Season 4A, episode 10, Booming Friday, part 1, and then season 8, episode 52, Fun Day Friday. So here we go. So this one, let's go to 4A, episode 10. This is 8th grade when Bird is during the lockdown. Um, and it is a Friday, and this was an online learning day. Remember that was Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Um, so he starts out, he gets breakfast. Um, he listens to his music. He chats with Mom and Luke. Um, and then he goes to his room and he begins his day, his work. And he does his language arts assignment. He gets that done for Miss Hendricks, and then he does his and then reading assignment for Miss Warner. He gets that done. He takes a break, and then he does his science lesson, and done. And then lunch break. They have to go to this location and get food today, and then they eat it with Hunter, Mom, and Luke, and they chit chat. Hunter watches TikTok. They play some games, and they just have a good lunch, and um, then he calls Erica. They do their math assignment, assignment for Miss Cornell, and they chit chat and um, they chat about life, but they also get the math done. And then he does choir with his mom, a choir assignment, video thing that they had to do. They get it done, and then he does geography. That's his last thing for the day. Geography for wild language. He gets that done and turns it in, and then Um, and he was just having a good Friday, just a chill Friday, a booming Friday. Everything went good that day. That Friday it was just a good day, getting all the assignments done, hanging out with Mom, hanging out with Luke, playing some games, dancing. He does his ritual, um, and um, and then he calls it a day. Around 3:30ish. He calls it a day, and that is it for that episode. So there we go. Now we're gonna talk about season 8, episode 52, Fun Day Friday 2. So this is now we're in 11th grade. Um, he gets breakfast, goes to the Hartman bus, gets to Hartman today. Is an early childhood education day with Miss Higgins, so they do some lessons and assignment and activity, and then they have their 15 to 20-minute break. And then the second half, they have another activity that they're doing lesson. And then, um, and then at the end of the class, they begin to start planning for next week um, for the preschool week. And then the bell rings for her, and he gets on the bus. He gets back to the school. And then he goes to study hall, which we don't see, and then lunch. And it's the Fun Day Friday, so he says hi to all of his Burrhead members. He chit chats, they talk about the weekend plans, and then Hunter does today. Last week was those compliments and stuff. Um, but today Hunter gives out some candy and mints and stuff, his famous mints. He didn't forget them this time, unlike the other time that he forgot mints at home. But in that one episode, many moons ago, um, um, but um, let's see, um, I'm trying to think. Oh, and then he goes to, but he gives out candy, and then it's Pizza Friday, so he enjoys his pizza and chips, ice cream, and all that stuff, and the other food. His apples, his famous apples. He loves apples. I personally love apples. My character apples. He always gets apples for lunch. Um, but um, um, so um, then after that, she goes to science with Mr. Windock and Mr. Miller. Student teacher, they have their bell work and lesson, and then they have an activity. I don't know why I can't. I'm just thinking about a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, um, let's see. Um, and then he goes to Algebra 2 with Mr. Stevens. It's a lesson, and then they have like an activity which is stressful, but he gets through it. And then he goes to resource with Miss Oswald. He gets the assignment done and turned in, and that's good. Um, and then um, and then he goes to U.S. history with Mr. Wild. He does. They have their lesson and an activity, and then he has like a little dance and a ritual. And then at 3:30, um, the bell rings, and he goes home. He had a fantastic, fun day Friday, fantastic, fabulous Friday. Um, and the weekend is now here. He made it to the weekend. So yeah. Um, But and that's it. So I hope everyone, and that's it for this Marathon Madness. Have a fantastic Friday night and a wonderful weekend. And I will see you. I plan on having a fantastic Friday night, wonderful weekend. And I'll see you. Um, talk to you for another Marathon Madness Monday night, next week. Um, we're only gonna have two episodes next week, Monday and Tuesday. Um, night because we're going on a Sagittal Block Marathon Madness that's going on myself. We're going on a Thanksgiving hiatus. Uh, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So for 5 days. So but we'll have two episodes prior to that. So I'll see you then. I will remind y'all that I'm not gonna be doing episodes Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So I never do Saturday, Sunday, but especially next week. But I will see you Monday. So God bless and protect each and every one of you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.